to John Elway.
Who, Salisbury?
Yeah. See? Right there. That's him, and then it's John.
Oh, right.
That's where.
Yeah. So do you know how you want to start?
No. Should we start it like we were before?
What was that? Because you should probably be the only one on the screen to start. So let me see.
No, you should be on the screen with me.
Not when we start.
Why?
Isn't like Molly the only one that's on the screen when we start? Hold on, let me see
I don't think so. I could be wrong though. But we should probably start with you too, while I'm still learning how to use this. Right? And I can't hear you. You have no audio. You're talking, but you're not there. I see you talking, but there's no audio. Come back. Split the screen. Come back. But there's no audio.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So when I go off,
split the screen. Come back.
It's split.
Oh,
hold on.
Can
you hear me now?
There's a delay.
So hold on. I got to turn my thing off. Go ahead now.
Okay. Yeah. When you go away, there's no audio.
Okay. I didn't know that. I got to figure that out. Edit audio avatar, stop mic cam. Well, we won't mess with that now because we won't be doing this via StreamYard. We'll be doing it on the in the studio. But you need to, can't you? Okay, I'm gonna remove myself.
No, come back. I can't hear anything that you're saying. I don't know how to bring you back. Come back. Don't go.
Listen,
don't
I'm going to go off.
I feel like I'm having separation
you
anxiety.
Should be able to see me underneath the screen and it says add to stream. Can't you? You can't remove me or add me?
I see a remove button. Okay, go away again.
And then just see if you can add.
Okay.
See? Jesus. So what I'm saying is, I'm going to go off the screen. You do your little intro. Hey, this is blah, blah, blah. Let's bring in D.Ware, yada, yada, yada.
So we go sticking with power plays.
What up, Sarah? Packable.
Oh, I need to log in onto the YouTube thing because I can't see any of the chats. Hold on.
We're not going to be looking at the chat until close to the end because we're actually practicing for our radio show, which is kind of being delayed a little bit right now because they're adding another. They want to add another person to the group, which is.
Are we talking to the people right now?
Yeah, I'm just letting them know we won't be interacting with them until probably the end because we're practicing for our show, which is just probably delayed a couple of weeks because they're adding. It's Sean Salisbury, right? That's his name, Tiff.
Yep.
He used to be at ESPN, which would be a good ad. Their radio station is actually taking this very serious than I thought they were. So some details have to be worked out and different things. So, but in the meantime, we're going to do this weekly. After Thanksgiving, we'll be coming from the studio, the Power Studio. So, yeah, Tiffany. So go ahead and get rid of me and let's see how you're going to do an introduction.
Oh my God, the pressure. I feel like it's so much better when it's just improv rather than, okay, ready.
We'll improv after that, but at least we have to have an intro. When we come on, somebody has to say something. We just can't come on talking.
Okay.
So I'm out, and then you know how to bring me in.
Yes, I do. Okay, hold on. Where's your button? Okay. Let's see here. Hold on, bear with me while I'm learning the buttons, everybody, because I don't know StreamYard. Okay, so we have our new show. It's called Power Plays. It's Arizona's first hip hop sports lifestyle betting show. I hope I got all that right. So I am one of your hosts, Tiffany Muller, and we have D.Ware, who I'm about to bring in. He is former NFL player, stock guru, sports betting guru, and all around man.
What up? What up? What up? So
What
let's
up?
get
What up?
into it.
Okay.
What we doing? What we doing?
First, let's talk about your picks of the week.
You want to do
And
the picks
then
first, or do we go? Do we talk about the strategy of why I do it the way I
strategy.
do?
Yeah, let's go over the strategy of why you pick, how you pick, what you pick. And then we can go over that, and then we'll talk about your picks towards the end.
Okay, so I treat sports betting like investing. So if you pick a stock and you were to make 10%, or 10% is the average. If you were to make 10% in a year off a stock, so basically if you bought a stock and you put $1,000 into it and you made $100 off that stock by the end of the year, that would be good. Everybody will accept that as a bonus. So basically you bet 100, you win $10. This is for the whole year. That would be great. So I treat betting the same way. So I don't mind betting $100 to win $10. No one else pretty much thinks that way, but in the long term that adds up. But I bet more than just 100. But here's the key is the good thing about sports betting is you can use $100 and you can make 10,000 worth of bets with that same $100, which I'll show you on my Excel sheet, which I started keeping track of. I'm on my 4th week. I started keeping track of everything. Hold on, let me grab this real quick. I started keeping track of everything 4 weeks ago. I'm on my 4th week. This will be my 4th week, but I'm gonna bring it up on the screen. And Tiffany, you need to look at this too.
Yes.
You need to definitely learn this or see what I'm doing.
I was
You
just going to say, I need to create a spreadsheet like you have too with my stuff, because I came up last weekend with Derek's bets.
right. So let me see how I can pull this up. Share screen. Oh, I just got to add to stream. All right. So here we go. Hopefully everybody will be able to see this. Obviously this will be on the UrbanAZ page to stay, so you guys can look at this. So I need to hide this first of all. Let me hide this. That doesn't pertain to this. How do I hide you? Come on.
Right click, and you should be able to.
I'm just going. All right. So this is what I did. I started out with $80. I put $80 into my BetMGM account. So if you notice the first week, not the first week, but the first day of that week, I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I made 5 bets at $10. I used $50 worth. So that's the first day, just the day. So with gambling, what's way different from investing is, so let's say I won 3 of those bets and I lost 2 of them. So now instead of having $80, I have 90. So the next day I make some other bets. And the thing I like about betting is you recycle your money. You don't have to keep putting in money. So if I had $100 into a stock and I want to buy another stock, I got to grab another $100, or I got to sell this stock to get this one.
Right.
With gambling, the money comes right back after the game. So as long as you're, I mean, if I lost all 5 bets, obviously I still have $30 left to play with. But I'm making sure bets on these ones, like pretty much ones that some college games, like you're gonna bet $100 just to win $5. But that's what I started out doing that first week, like all sure bets. So I ended up making like 10 bets that would get me like, out of those 10 bets, I bet $100, I make $30. So now I'm at $130. You see what I'm saying? Now, to the regular gambler or people that's looking at it, they're going to be like, man, that ain't nothing, because Vegas wants you to, their mindset, they want you to think, if I bet 50, I need to win 50. That's what they want you to think. They don't want you to bet 50 just to win $5. You know what I mean? They want you to think, this is the way it's done. If you bet 50, you need to win 50. I don't look at it that way. I look at it at long term, because we have a stock group going.
Hmm.
Sarah could vouch for this. I think we started in July or maybe June, where we invest $25 a week. We started out at like 60 or $70 or whatever. And I want to say right now, let me see if I could find, I think I pulled it up. Let me see. So right now we're at $749 by investing $25 per week. And I think we started in like June or July or something. So I'm going to compare, and I don't mind, because the stock market is doing so bad. I think we're at break even right now, because it's just been bad the whole year. So I don't mind starting out with 60 or $80, and now 5 months later, 6 months later is $800, because next year it'll be $1,600, and then it'll be $2,400. And that's the way I'm taking this whole, that's the way I'm attacking the sports bets. So as you can see right now, my balance right now is at $628, and that's starting from the $80. So do you understand what I'm saying? Even
Hmm.
though each week one, I made $480 worth of bets. Week two, I made 457. Week three, I made 850. I'm on week four now. I made $90 worth of bets. Adds up to $1,800. But I only use $80 to make $1,800 worth of bets. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I'm doing it slow. So out of the 18, I got to bring this back. Out of the $1,800, I have 2,425 in wins, which brings me of a profit of $548. Now, as we go more, I'm probably gonna bet a little more instead of just $10. I just been doing $10 because I'm trying to mirror what I'm doing with our investment group, because everybody can't. Let me just tell y'all a quick secret, because it ain't a lot of people. But anyway, I have another account that's times 10 this. These are these other numbers. But this is the word. Let me get because I do have a little bit more money to play with. This is another account that, instead of betting $10 a bet, I'm doing $100, and I started out with $800. That's a whole nother account. It's not. It's under my son for certain reasons. Um, but I don't want to. I don't really want to show that one, because everybody can't do $100.
Hmm.
And even if you can't do 10, how do I get rid of that? Even if you the minimum bet you can make is $1. So like I was telling Tiffany, you could take $20 to start with, and just be patient and let it grow. You know what I'm saying? Make Bet $1, make 10 cents off the dollar or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then once it grows, like once I get up to probably, I would say $1,000, I'm going to start doing $15 bets. You know what I'm saying? Because right now my percentage of winning, I'm up 29%. Put it that way. I'm up 29% in a month. Take that if it was a stock, Tiffany. If you had
Mm-hmm.
$1,000 into a stock and you were up 29% in a month, that would be awesome, right? In a month.
Yes.
So if I'm up
Yes.
29% in a month, I will take that any day in the investment world. So why not
Mm-hmm.
take it in this world? You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's my whole strategy, is to go bet what you can lose, but start out betting on sure bets. And you guys can follow me if you want. You can do $1, $2, $5, or whatnot, and it'll eventually add up. Because right now, if you take my percentage based off just the money I use, the $80, I've made $548 off $80. That's a 3,000% return already in 1 month. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now I have another account, the other one, which started out with 800. It has a 3,000% return. You understand what I'm saying now? You see what I'm saying? But I'm taking it slow. I'm not trying to, like, let me give you some examples. Like, here's a $10 bets that I made right in here. And you could see what they won. This one won 65 because it was a parlay. But let me go to the you got $10, 19. So I end up winning $9, $8, another $8, $8, $6. You see what I'm saying? They're all low amounts, but they all add up. You see what I'm saying? If you make enough bets, I'm here all day, so I'm betting on basketball, college games, and whatnots.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm basically trying to make sure bets. So that's my whole philosophy. I treat it like an investment, long term. I'm not trying to bet 1,000 to win 1,000, because once you lose that 1,000, you're done. You know what I mean? So you understand that, Tiff? But do you get the
Yeah.
strategy though? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just want to make sure I'm explaining that right. So what do you want to get into right now? Um, Now that you know the
So,
strategy, but here's where I'm at right now. So the first week I was up 249, made $249. Second week 139. Third week 172. And right now this week, because I made some bets, I think I made some bets yesterday. I'm down $13 so far, but most of my bets are on the weekend with the college football and the professional the NFL games. These lost. Well, it's not all losses, but a couple of losses were, I think, on these raggedy college games they play on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, which I don't understand that. But okay, so anyway, that's
so
my strategy. I want to see what this ends up at the end of the year. You know what I mean? And then kind of everybody can see, like, okay, his strategy works if you're in a, if you're willing to wait and be patient.
are you going to let your bank continue to grow, or at any point are you going to take your initial deposit out and play with house money, or or are you going to pay yourself
That's a good
out of
question.
your winnings?
What I'm going to do, let me take this off the screen. What I plan on doing once I reach $1,000 or 1,000, let's say 1,200. I always kind of want to leave 200 in there,
Mhm.
period. I'm gonna take the 1,000. I'm gonna move it over into uh, my brokerage account, and I'm gonna put that into a stock. Let that, you know what I mean? Let that ride on something, and then keep building this. Then I get another up to another 1,200. Take the 1,000, put it into a stock. Because what I don't want to do, I don't want to see 3,000 sitting in there, and I'm like, oh, let me go ahead and start making bigger bets. You know what I mean? That's what I don't want to do. I want to have some discipline. So I'm
Yeah.
going to move it, take it out, so I only have 200 to play with. Even though I should probably leave it at maybe 100 to play with, but I think 200, now that I'm going to up the bets to $15, because I want to at least be able to make 10 bets a day. So betting 10, now betting 15, I need to have more money to play with.
I like that
So, yeah.
strategy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whatever you do, I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah, and the cool thing is the minimum bet you can do is $1, so you don't
Mhm.
have to, you know. Honestly, I did a bet the other day, because they let you bet in game, and I did a bet the other day. It was the fourth quarter. I forget what game it was, but the team was up by like 21 points. So you could bet. It was like you bet $100 to win maybe $3. That's because it was guaranteed to basically
Mhm.
fucking win. I just did it. Why not take the $3? You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's no way they were gonna come back. It's just you know what I mean. Now if they would have came back, yeah, I'd have been like, what the fuck? I'd probably never done that again. But it's like you gotta. I'm trying to condition myself to take the small money and it will add up. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like why not? I was just sitting there bored. Oh, let me put $100 on this. No way they're coming back. If they come back, the end of the world. You know what I mean? It's just like
Mhm.
4 minutes left in the game or some shit. No, it was actually a basketball game. Now that I think about it, it was like they were down by like 20 points. 2 minutes left. Really? Are they gonna come back? No.
Right.
So
Yeah,
that's
I
what
think
it
I
is.
came up from your bets last weekend on Sunday. I think I came up like $300,
So
something like that.
you must have put a you must have didn't play it safe. Put it that way.
I did two bets. I did the two bets that you said, but I think two of the three hit. So on one of them I bet 50, I would have won 356, but two of the three hit, so I won 189 or
Cashed
something like
out.
that.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Okay, I got
Yeah.
you. I know what you're saying.
And then the second one, it was the winnings would have been like just under $200, and I ended up winning like 90 something off of a
Right.
$25 bet. Um,
I got you.
yeah, and I still really don't really know what I'm doing because like I'm still learning everything from you. So I'm just like, okay, cool, bet. Like, I don't know anything or
Right.
why. I don't know none of that. But
Yeah,
okay.
I only send you the ones that I'm real like this should obviously there's no guarantee.
Mhm.
But because sometimes I go crazy with the shit. I'm just like, I'll put the other day I think I had 40 bets going in one day, just bunch of shit. It was
Did
dumb
you
because I lost all of them damn near.
did you bet anything for tonight?
Nah, I still might though. Sometimes I'll wait till the game's going and then I'll see what the spread and all that stuff is. Cause I like to watch a series first and then you can kind of tell how the
Mhm.
game's going to go, especially if I do an over and under, which is based on how many total points each team are going to score.
Mhm.
So now that I see, like I'll look at it, okay, weather's fucked up. They ain't going to score a lot. You know what I mean? So I'll look at what the under is and I'll hit the under real quick. Um, so
Did
yeah,
you
a lot of times I like to do the in-game bets
did you
because you
bet on the Cardinals
I
on
haven't
Sunday?
placed that bet yet.
I bet
Well,
on the
I have them
Cardinals
in
for
some
last Sunday.
parlays. I have them placed in some parlays to lose, but I haven't did just the Cardinals and the 49ers.
Yeah, I placed two bets with the Cardinals winning last Sunday, and I didn't even know at the time that Kyler was out. But
See, I knew he was out and I bet on the Rams, but I didn't know fucking what's the name was going to be out either. I didn't know the Rams were that bad. Like
oh yeah, they're
they're
like the same.
awful.
They're the same as
But
us
but
this year.
no, but our backup is way better than their backup. That was the key. Colt
Yes, which
McCoy
takes us into our next topic. Should the Cardinals keep the backup quarterback Colt McCoy as their starter? What say you?
leave that question up again. It went away.
There you go.
I'm sure Cliff Kingsbury is thinking, I would love to start Colt McCoy because he's easier to coach. Kyler's obviously the better player, but I don't know if you remember back when the Lakers they went to the NBA championship and they had Shaq, Gary Payton, Kobe Bryant, Karl Malone. They had an all-star team.
Mhm.
And they lost 4 in a row to Detroit. They got swept by Detroit, who didn't have any damn near all-stars or anything. But Detroit was a team. They played better. Sometimes when you have good players together, every good player think they can do it themselves. And Kyler, a lot of times, he doesn't really rely on the weapons he has. Like if
Mhm.
you notice, Colt McCoy, he got rid of the ball real fast, knew where he was going, trusted his receivers to make the catch. Period.
Mhm.
Kyler doesn't do that. So although Kyler's obviously more talented than Colt McCoy fits with what this offense is. I mean, it'd be a gutsy call to start Colt McCoy because you just paid Kyler all this money. And a lot of it's politics. It's no way you're gonna pay Colt McCoy all this money. I mean, Kyler Murray all this money and have him back up. It just ain't no way. I mean,
Mhm.
Kyler would have a fit. One. It just I don't see it happening. It's like same thing with Dallas Cowboys. Cooper Rush came in and was winning. Same question.
Mhm.
Should he start
Versus
him?
Dak.
Yeah, because they're limited. They're limited in what they can do, so they know they have to get the ball to the receiver and depend on their weapons around them. The Cardinals have a lot of weapons. Kyler's a weapon himself, so sometimes he thinks, he can hold on to the ball longer or wait to make his decision longer. And worst case scenario, he can run. And I don't think he respects Cliff Kingsbury. I mean, we've seen that with the blow up
Yeah.
on the field. So should they? Yeah. Will they?
What was his what was his injury and how long is he supposed to be out for?
Hamstring. No, he's gonna play this week, I think. I don't
Oh,
see
okay.
him sitting out there. I think he should be playing this week.
So
But
imagine if they lose this week after they
well,
won
they're
against
supposed to
the Rams
lose
last
though.
week.
The
Well,
Rams are horrible. 49ers are a decent team. So you got to figure, even if Colt McCoy played, wait, if Kyler plays and they lose, they're supposed to lose anyway. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
So
okay.
it's not really going to be like, okay, now let's throw Colt McCoy in there because no way the Cardinals should beat the 49ers right now. They shouldn't.
What's the
The
49ers?
spread is like 49ers to beat them by 7.
Oh, okay.
So Vegas is saying the 49ers should win,
Okay.
basically.
So based on that, do you think Kyler is a bust?
No, he's not a bust. He just might not.
I mean,
Every
250 million?
every good player does not fit in certain systems. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody thought Brady was done and should retire. He goes over to Tampa Bay and wins a Super Bowl. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So it's a lot of times the talent. You have to put the talent with the right team. Period. No, I definitely wouldn't call Kyler a bust because some of the shit he does is ridiculous.
So do you think he doesn't trust his team?
I think he doesn't trust his coach. I think he doesn't trust a pay caller, and that's Kingsbury.
Mm-hmm.
So when your quarterback's not trusting what the play caller's doing, that's not good. That's not good
Yeah.
at all. He's questioning everything. You know what I mean? That's not a good scenario to have. I mean, if you can just notice the difference between you got Colt McCoy who's going to do everything that play caller is telling him to do, and then you
Mm-hmm.
got Kyler Murray who's going to kind of go against the grain a little bit. Like, nah, that ain't. Kyler been a winner all his life, so he's like,
Right.
that ain't gonna work. That you know what I mean? He's second. He's questioning the calls.
Gotcha. Okay. So switching sports to the Suns. There have been some rumors this week, well, social media rumors, about LeBron being traded to the Suns and how the NBA thinks it would be good to bring him to the Suns. And I think I even saw something
I haven't heard that rumor, so that's
on
not a good
AZ
question.
Central.
I have
About
to think about that.
let me see if I can find it.
LeBron James is just a name right now, though. No one's going to trade for LeBron James.
You don't think so?
No team that's been in the playoffs, put it that way, because they're going to have to give up a lot.
You
So
don't
think
think the
about
Suns would
okay.
trade LeBron?
The only way, if any team has to give up players, it's not going to work. They're just going to have to want to give up draft picks. So let's say the Suns traded for LeBron. Who are the Lakers going to get? Who are the Suns going to give up? Booker? No.
Nope.
Ayton? No, that doesn't make sense. And the Lakers aren't going to take anything less.
So there was an NBA scout that said Phoenix is the ideal candidate for Lakers star LeBron James.
Did they happen to mention who they're going to give up?
Let's see here.
That's what I want to know. See, right now the Titans are up by 7 points. I want to see what the spread is because going into the game, Green Bay was favored by 3, I think it was. So let's see who's favored now. Tiff, is too much silence.
I know. I'm trying to find what they're saying because they're talking about is the one place he'd be welcome with open arms. He and Chris Paul have a good relationship.
Michael Kunkel says LeBron is done. Yeah, I think LeBron is more of a name right now, and he's holding on to play with his son. I don't see.
Which would be what, next year? Bronny will get drafted? 23-24 season he'll play?
Yeah, I think so. Kunkel, I still got Buffalo. I said Buffalo at the beginning of the year. I still think Buffalo is going to win. Because what's the quarterback? What's Buffalo's quarterback's name? I'm so bad with names. Somebody give me Buffalo's quarterback. The name. What the hell is his name? Josh Allen. Yeah.
I definitely
Josh
won the guy.
Allen's been making some badass decisions. I'm like, he must be hurt or something. It's just crazy. But once he stops making them dumbass decisions, Buffalo's gonna be unbeatable. So anyway, Tiff, take down the Kyler Murray bus thing. Any more on LeBron? Did you get? See, I hate when people. You know what I don't like. I hate when these, whatever you want to call them, sports people, they say what teams should do. Oh, they should trade LeBron, da 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 da. But they don't tell you how the scenario, like how can this happen? It's like everybody's saying they should trade Westbrook. Obviously, they should have traded him. But if the other team doesn't want Westbrook, how the hell do you trade him? It takes two. You know what I mean?
Right.
So everybody's saying the Lakers are dumb for not trading them and this and that. And then Russell Westbrook got to want to be traded. You know what I mean? So it's other factors involved. But it's like Stephen A. Smith. He always comes on saying what these teams should be doing. Like, dude, it ain't that easy. Like, do you know the ins and outs? Like, stop saying that shit. I hate that shit.
Yeah, because it does say the Lakers would likely want a lot back for him, especially trading him to a division rival. And then Charles Oakley, I guess, had said in March that James needed to be traded to the Suns and that Phoenix will make the money match because that's what we need. He told that to Shannon Sharpe.
But traded for what, though? What are they going to give up? The Suns, with the team the Suns have, do you realize they damn near won a championship? They were up, 3-1, I think it was, on Milwaukee? Mm-hmm. And they were already celebrating?
Yep, almost had it. Oh. That last game was so sad.
They already proven, they already showed they don't need LeBron, or you know what I mean? They can win. Mm-hmm. So I don't see them giving up any major pieces. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. He's up. He's eligible for trade at the end of the season.
I think they be
he only signed a 2-year, but he signed a 2-year, $97 million contract.
I think it's really just clickbait. Like people
It could
sit
be.
around, nothing to do. Oh, you know what? They should do this. They should do that.
Okay, so let's circle back to the betting. So you gave us your strategy. We should approach it like we do investing in stocks. Give us your bets for this weekend.
I'm gonna give you a pick six, which that's the first thing I'm gonna give you is my pick six. Now understand, I'm not trying to bet 100 to win 100, but when I do a parlay, I'm also not trying to bet 100 to win $10. So I at least try to, if I'm betting 10 with the parlay, I at least got to make 5 or over because on my six pick, 6 teams have to win. So you need to be rewarded for that. So hold on, let me get to this. Let me get to my bets for this week that I already put in so I can get to my pick six. And you guys, I'm telling you guys should get an account, bet $1, man. Just see if my shit, if it pans out. For now, it's panning out for me. Treat it like an investment. All right, let me get this in here, Tiff. Hold on. Learning how to work this. Tiff, you need to definitely go back and look at this. And all right, these are my open bets. I got 24 open right now. Let me get to the one with 6. So here's my pick six right here. I got $10 to win $102.
And are these on money line or they vary
Majority. So I'm about
between?
to show you. I got the
Okay.
Bills money line, Eagles money line, Ravens money line, the Broncos to win by 3, a field goal. It's a minus 2.5. So the Broncos got to win by, there's not going to be a half a point. So they got to win by 3 over the Raiders, which are horrible right now. I got Dallas over Minnesota. Anytime it's a spread, 3 or less, I never do the money line because I always figure the team is going to win by at least a field goal. Now, that's not always the case. Sometimes they'll win by 1 or 2 points, but the majority, they'll win by a field goal. So I always take the spread because the spread gives you more money than the money line. So I got Dallas to beat the Vikings. And then I got Kansas City with the spread over the Chargers 6. Now,
But
I did
you have
2
a
of
spread
them.
on Dallas too, right?
Hold on. I did 2 of them. I did
Okay.
2 pick sixes because I'm not so sure about Dallas. I'm not so sure about that game. I'm not so confident. I mean, I'm not, you're not really 100% sure about any of them because shit,
Mhm.
Philadelphia just lost to Washington. You know what I mean? Which I would have put $1,000 on if I didn't stick to my rules. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I did the exact same bet, but this one I picked Minnesota. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So obviously one of them's going to lose. They both could lose, but I don't mind taking this chance because if one of them come in, the $100 will cover the other losses. And I might even do one. I think I have ones that don't even have Minnesota and the Cowboys game in there is 5, but this is, I call it pick 6. So I got to give you 6. So now that's, the odds are plus 12, 1,204. So to bet $10 and win,
That's a
to
good
bet
come up.
10 and
That's 10x.
they have a minus by the Bills game for some reason.
So when I did my when
They
I
moved the game.
won,
I gotta figure
it
what
had that
Say
same
that
minus.
again.
When I did your bets from last Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
it had that minus sign 2 in there for 2. That's why I thought I won 2 of the 3 parlays. But then I was like, well, I thought you had to win the whole thing.
Oh, they canceled the parlay due to event being postponed. It's not postponed, it's just moved to a new stadium.
Mm,
So they took that out. So now my parlay is just with the
5.
5 teams.
Got you.
Okay.
Okay.
I see what they did. All right. They canceled it. Okay.
Okay. So
But it still says to win the same amount. So
for
anyway, go
those
ahead.
who are new or learning the betting game like myself, explain money line, explain spread. Over under is kind of self-explanatory, but go ahead and give a little bit on that too.
All right. So let me go with the over under. Let me see if I have any over under bets in here. Got to be one somewhere. All right. Here was one. I think it was yesterday. San Antonio Spurs at the Sacramento Kings. I bet that both teams will be under 237.5 points. That the combined scores would be under that, and they were under that. Or you can bet it to be over that. But I figured Sacramento King, they had a big night. The prior night, Dustin, the Lakers, they scored 150 points. They're not going to do that again. You know what I mean? And the Spurs aren't a big scoring team. So I figured they would go under. They went under. And yeah, so that's what the under is. The spread, let's take up here. You got the Suns game. I picked the Suns plus the spread, which was plus 1.5, the Suns. So basically they're saying the Suns need 1.5 points in order to beat the Warriors. The Warriors were favored. The Warriors was a minus 1.5. So basically what Vegas is saying, the Golden State Warriors are better than the Suns this particular game by a 1.5. So the Golden State should win by a 1.5. So I took the Suns with the spread, so which was 1.5. So if the Suns had 99 points and the Warriors had 100 points, I win that bet because I got another 1.5 points. You see what I'm saying? To play with. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically the spread. When you see like any team that has a minus, that pretty much means they're favored by that many points. So if you see Philadelphia -7 over Washington, that means they're favored to beat Washington by 7 points.
Or more.
Well, yeah, but
by at least 7, they're going to win.
Right. But when you bet, you can take Washington and now you're up 7 points. You see what I'm saying? You're given 7 points from the get-go.
Right.
As long as Washington beats them by seven or more. I mean, as long as, what am I trying to say? As long as they're up, as long as, what did I say? Washington, Philadelphia. As long as Philadelphia doesn't win by 7 or more points, your Washington bet wins. You see what I'm saying? Or is that confusing? Kind of almost confused myself. You're starting out with 7 points from jump.
Mm-hmm.
If you have plus, that's why they say +7. They're giving you 7 points leeway. Like you already have
a head start.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, in order for you to lose that bet, Philadelphia would have to beat them by 8 points. If they end up beating them by 7, it's just a wash. You get your money back.
Okay.
That's what else? What was the other one? The spread and what else?
Money line.
The money line is just basically saying you're not taking any points. This team is going to win flat out. But with the money line, you don't win as much. So it's like if I take Kansas City money line, which I took the spread, I would, I bet $100 and maybe win $5 because they're like so guaranteed to beat them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's why Vegas does spreads to even everything out.
So what about on your bet slip? There's straight, parlay, and round robins. What's a round robin?
You know what? I have to research round robin. I've never used the round robin and never even thought about it. So I would have to get back to you on the round robin. Never used it.
Okay.
I haven't even heard anybody say, "Hey, I'm doing a round robin." Maybe
Yeah,
somebody in the chat knows what it is.
I
Shit.
don't hear it either.
So, yeah, Izzy, you know what round robin is? I, I I guess I'll research it. Shit, might be something that I might have been missing out on. But anyway, hopefully, you being a beginner, I explained that as best as I could. I'm
Yeah,
not like
yeah. I mean,
good at
I know
explaining shit.
nothing about the betting game until you've been teaching me. So, and here I am up on some money.
Well, yeah, I think if you take your time and you're patient, it's easy money to be honest.
Yeah, but that's
I
the
mean,
thing with betting is that people who typically bet are betting because it's faster money.
hmm
Whereas whereas our your approach, my approach, following you is over time and just build.
right. They're betting to double their money, but that's how Vegas gets you.
Well, yeah.
I don't know how many people probably betted on Philadelphia to beat Washington by 11 points. So now you bet $100 to win 100. It was probably so many people that took a hit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
and the Oregon Ducks
Well,
lost. Yeah. What else we got?
that's it.
Nah, it
This
wasn't one.
concludes our power plays for the week.
Hold on. There was one other thing. You got to read the.
We want to go to
There
the
was one
comment.
more because I know I put it down. You must have erased it.
No.
Yeah, you erased it, or I forgot to put it in there.
Yeah, I
How
didn't
much?
write
Oh
them
yeah,
down.
we're right at 45 minutes. We didn't want to go, but
Yeah.
anyway, the other one was Tiff.
Hmm.
You know, the Colts hired a new coach,
Oh, yes.
and there was a
You,
big
you texted to me.
that's
That's what
what,
it was.
and there was a big controversy about that.
Yes.
Everybody was again. I watch Stephen A. Smith, and everybody was like, "That's an insult to." They hired Jeff Saturday, who has never coached before. He hasn't coached college, nothing. He's only played, I think he's a Hall of Famer too, but he's never coached. So they were saying it's just an insult to all the people that should have got the job. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And my thought on that is bullshit. Ursay owns the team. He can hire who he wants. And plus, he's going to hire people don't understand. People are like, well, they need to hire more black coaches, blah, blah, blah. People are going to hire who they're comfortable with. They're going to hire who they want to invite over to dinner and don't, you know what I mean? They're going to hire
Hmm.
who they're cool with. And I have no problem with that. You shouldn't be forced to have to hire a black coach or this or that. That's just me. You know what I mean? Um, if you're going to, it's like when I ran, my concert business,
Hmm.
I'm going to hire who I'm comfortable with. I'm necessarily not hiring the best person for that job.
Right.
I'm hiring who I know. You know what I mean? Who I'm cool with. Period. So
Yeah.
you can't come and tell me who I need to hire. So that's just how I feel about that. So
But I
he's
think that leads to the success of a lot of organizations because you're going to hire who you know and who you're comfortable with because that's going to create the right culture of what you're trying to build. Because
right.
the job itself, the skill itself can be taught. The chemistry and the culture cannot be. It's either there or it's not. So
Exactly.
hiring who you know and who you're comfortable with far for just like you far exceeds everything else because everything else can be taught. So
You know what I'm
I'm
looking at? I'm looking at this question Izzy had. She said, I don't know if she or he, I don't know why I said she, but I always wonder how the odds makers are close most of the time. Yeah, I wonder that too. I meant to say I'm gonna do some research on how they actually pick, their numbers and this and that. But you know what? Last year they were off. I mean, I won a 9-game parlay all with the spreads because I was like, wait a minute, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. You remember that bet I won, Tiff?
Yep.
like bet 20 and end up winning like 6 grand or whatever.
Yep, I remember.
So they're not always, but they're definitely better this year than last year. Last year they was like giving away money. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm here for it.
Yeah, Tiff, let's just we're at 50 minutes. Let's just make it an even hour.
Okay.
10 more minutes and then maybe
Should we go to the
somebody else
comments and,
or
and
whatever.
answer some questions the
Yeah,
audience may have?
or read some comments.
Okay, let's see here. We got G approved. I got 5 hockey plays going right now. I know nothing about hockey.
If I was to bet on hockey, I would probably always do over unders because I don't know anything about hockey. But I'll be like, I've seen one game where the over under was like 7 points. I was like, oh, that I would bet the under because it's hard to score in hockey. It's kind of like soccer. It's hard to score. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of times the scores will be really low.
He asked if he could be in your betting group.
What?
G approved asked if he could join your betting group.
You're in. All you got to do is,
Watch,
well,
follow,
the
and
one
watch.
group we have, you got to have an iPhone. But I'm gonna try to do something on Instagram. G approved. Are you request me if you have an Instagram account? Request me or Tiffany on Instagram, and we'll add you. Um,
I'll put in our
we're gonna
handles.
start an Instagram group, just sports betting. So we'll add you. We'll add you to the new group.
Okay, I'm gonna put our handles in the chat for those of you who don't already know them.
Yeah, Candy E. I was supposed to start one on Instagram, but we've been doing it. We've been doing it via the phone, but I know everybody doesn't have an iPhone, so I'm gonna make a group, or Tiffany will make a group tonight, sports betting group, and just make sure you guys are following one of us. And I think I might be at my limit on Instagram on making groups, Tiff, because it wouldn't allow. I couldn't
Really?
see where I could make another group. But
All right,
I
I'll
gotta
see.
look.
I'll see if I can add one.
Yeah,
Michael asked, "Who's winning the Super Bowl?"
I got Buffalo.
So likely
I
can.
still have
They're
Buffalo.
likely.
Who you got, Tiff? Who do you guys think are winning the Super Bowl? 14 people that are in here. Who do you guys think?
Well, I would love for it. I would love for it to be the Cardinals, but you know.
That ain't gonna happen ever.
I know. Ever?
They had their chance the one time they went to the Super Bowl.
Oh God! Wait, years ago?
Yeah, you don't remember when they played
when they lost
Pittsburgh?
in the last 19 seconds of the game?
I had $1,000 on that game too.
I cried. When I cried, I couldn't believe it. Oh, such a sensitive.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs over Niners. Garoppolo he'll blow it somehow.
Oh. Let's see here. G approves says, "Ain't no way Braun going to AZ." Keep the faith.
That's just clickbait.
Keep the faith, my brother. Keep the faith. Nobody wants Westbrook's baggage and salary. Izzy said he'll take the Raiders over Denver.
So, Tiff, what we should also do on Tuesday, like for 30 minutes, we should do a recap of what we did, how our bets went for this week.
Okay.
Just do it like for 30 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not gonna just.
Let's do it.
A quick recap.
Let us mark
that's following.
Yeah, let's do that.
If you got to do a spreadsheet too, I can send you mine if you want to work off of it.
Yeah, please, and I'll just enter in my numbers. Let us market you says, what type of bets does NASCAR have?
No idea. I don't mess with NASCAR.
I have no idea either.
Maybe somebody in here knows. NASCAR would seem to be anyone you bet on. It seemed like it would be favorable odds. You know what I mean? It's like any $100 you bet you made on anybody, you're gonna win over 200. It would seem like at least the odds are, are probably to pick a NASCAR winner.
It'd be interesting to see how that's done, though. Is it like in time? Is
No,
it
whoever
like
wins.
order? Yeah, but
You think they do one, first, second, third, and fourth place stuff like that? I
I
don't
have
know. I've
no
never looked
idea.
at NASCAR,
I know nothing about NASCAR.
but I guess I'd have to check it out.
Candy asked if you bet on Buffalo to win the Super Bowl already.
Yeah, I actually
Okay.
bet on Buffalo. There's like, I got to show you guys a system. So what I did, I don't want to give it up right now. I want to wait till we actually start a real group. But what I did
Okay,
was
save it.
I picked 5 teams because the odds for somebody to win the Super Bowl, they're all plus. So like, let's say you pick Dallas to win the Super Bowl, you bet 100 to maybe win $2,000. I think Buffalo and like Kansas City are the lowest. Like you bet 100 to win maybe 400 or 500, but they're all in the pluses because no one. Actually, I'm gonna look at it right now. What we got? We got 5 minutes. Let me see if I can grab it.
Yeah, so while you're pulling it up, if you bet on the Super Bowl now, does that mean that you can win more money
Oh,
now?
definitely. Once you get to the
Than,
playoffs, it's gonna slim down. Like I bet
oh,
before the season. What?
I didn't know that. Let me
Oh
place a
yeah,
bet.
you're not gonna win as much. So right now, you bet the Bills are favored. So you bet 100 to win 400. The Bills.
Oh, I'm betting
Chiefs, you
that.
bet 100 to win 450. Now you take the Ravens, you bet 100 to win 1,200. Now I guarantee you at the beginning of the season, which I did bet on the Bills, I think it was like bet 100 to win 1,000 or something like that. It was something bigger. But as the season, as we get further in the season, then you could see who's winning and who's not, and you can kind of tell who's more favored. You know what I mean? Like the
Hmm.
49ers are bet 100 to win 850. I think I bet 20 on them in the beginning of the season. It was to win like maybe 1,400 or something. Let me actually see
So
what
you
I
think Bills and maybe Chiefs?
hold
Izzy
on.
says, if not my Niners, then Chiefs.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. I gotta see what I did with.
So you're betting on Bills. You've already bet on Bills.
I already bet on Bills, but
And
let me just.
Niners and Chiefs are the other bets.
So what I do, I'm trying to find this Niners Super Bowl bet. Okay, so that's Niners. Where's the other one? Jesus. Niners, beginning of the season, bet 20 to win $300. So it's at plus 1,400. So if you bet 100, you would win 1,400. That's the 49ers.
Wow.
Damn, where's the other one at? I thought I made a. Oh, and then the Cardinals was bet 100 to win 2,000. So the 49ers right now is, I just said it was bet 100 to win 1,400. So let me go back to NFL.
And this was on you're still doing on BetMGM platform, right?
Yep.
Because I can't find Super Bowl.
You got to go to futures, NFL and futures. So
Okay.
right now I have it pulled up. So the Niners right now, remember how they said it was bet 100 to win 1,400? Now it's bet 100 to win 850 because they've been winning. They have better odds to
Mm.
win, so the money's going to be less. But see, here's what. Let's say you take the Bills and Chiefs out. If you think somebody other than the Bills and Chiefs going to win, you take 4 or 5 teams. You take the Eagles, you take 49ers, Vikings, Ravens, and you take the Cowboys. Now you can bet. Now let's say you take 4 teams. You can bet $100 on any one of these teams, right? Eagles, 49ers, Vikings, Ravens. One of those teams win, you're still going to win. You see what I'm saying? Even
Hmm.
though you lost these other 3 bets, because you're betting like let's say the Eagles win. You're betting 100 to win 600. So you won the 600, minus the other 3 bets you lost. So you're still up. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I usually do is I'll take 5 teams, but this Bills was higher. It was 500 maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago or whatever. And this was higher. Everything was over 500. Nothing was under 500. So I would take 5 teams that one of these teams are going to win the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And just go
Bills,
with your
Chiefs.
odds instead of, you know, let's say the Cowboys won, but you bet on these other teams and the Cowboys happen to win. So you lose $600 to win 1,400. Like I'll take
Right.
those odds. And a lot of people won't do that. They'll just place one bet. But with the Super
Mhm.
Bowl, you could easily win some money if you bet on 4. You know, it's like you figure
That's
Bills
smart.
Chiefs. You figure if you have a chance to say, I got a chance to pick 4 teams out of these 4 or 5 teams. One of these teams are going to win the Super Bowl. You should be able to pick that 9 out of 10. You know what I mean? Especially at this point in the season. So that's how I just kind of like just do the math. Don't always try to hit it big.
Mm-hmm.
Just make that $200 or whatever. And that's how I look at it.
Okay.
Because you're not going, you could bet, you could look at these numbers and you'd be like, damn, Dolphins have a chance to maybe win the Super Bowl. Let me bet 100 to win 1,600. And then when they don't, it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm. No, that's smart.
They try to, it's easy to trick you into like, let me go for the home run because you're in your mind, you're going to be like, they have a chance. And all of them really do have a chance, but I try to just go for the more sure odds, a sure thing. Because you don't know the Bills could go undefeated, or let's say they were undefeated right now. And then in playoffs, the quarterback got hurt. Anything could happen in the NFL. So,
Mm-hmm.
there's no guarantees. I got to place a bet on this.
What is that? Did the
Green,
Cardinals say? Did the Cardinals say plus 14,000 or something?
not 14,000, maybe 1,400. Let me see.
Okay, I was like, what am I
It
seeing?
might be 14,000. Yeah, you know what? Hold on, let me see. You might be right. But see, that will entice you. Oh, let me go ahead and put $10 on the Cardinals. I mean, I would
The,
put some on the Cardinals. Yeah, it's plus 15,000. So you bet
the
100 to win
Texans are
15,000.
plus 100,000.
Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, but there's no possible chance they would even make the playoffs.
Right, the
The
payout.
Cardinals still have a chance to make the playoffs. So yeah, maybe to be like, I'm gonna bet $20 for the Cardinals to win. Something you don't care about losing. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
the
wouldn't put
payout on a
I wouldn't put
$50 bet.
$1,000 on it to try to win what $150,000.
If you bet $50 on the Texans to win Super Bowl, it's a $50,000 payout.
But they won't. Yeah, but you're just giving Vegas your money at that point.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Cardinals are 15,000.
in this out.
Okay, well, thanks for joining, everybody. This is Power Plays, Arizona's first hip hop sports lifestyle betting show. I am Tiffany Muller.
I
This is
am D
D.Ware.
Nice.
You're what?
I'm D Nice.
DJ or D Nice?
D
Whatever.
Nice. I was D Nice before the D Nice. He
Before
stole my
D-Nice.
shit. I can go back and show you some. I can go back and give you a mixtape I did where I have D Nice on there. I'm telling you, I'm the original D Nice. I just never really used it.
That's your name.
I'll show you. But anyway.
Okay. So we'll be back Tuesday to recap our bets from this week. And see y'all later.
Yeah, I'll be doing it from Vegas. I'll be streaming from Vegas Tuesday. So
You're going?
what?
You're going?
I'm trying to get you to go out there. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna hit you after this. Once you
All right.
end it, I'm gonna hit you.
We out.
All right, see y'all.
Thanks, guys.